China is looking to feed its need for crops. Beijing, dealing with water and farmland shortages at home, is in the process of building a megaport in Santos, Brazil. But why Brazil? To start, it's the main gateway for South American exports in soybeans and agricultural goods, and pretty much China's only alternative to U.S. exports. It's also a welcome investment for Brazil, embracing foreign money to improve its rickety infrastructure. That is something that China has been at for a while, with a deepwater megaport already in place in Peru to speed trade between Asia and South America. So should we be paying more attention to China's involvement in South America? Joining me now is National Economic Council Director Kevin Hassett. Kevin, it's great to have you on the program. Thanks for being with us. Let's talk about these. China's pouring money in for infrastructure all over South America. Whether or not that be South America or Central America, airports or mega ports on the sea, they're investing. What are they getting out of it? What are they getting out of this when they invest in Mexico or Brazil? Should we be concerned about what they're building here in Brazil?
Well, they clearly have been trying to build an influence network around the world that they use to undermine American interests. And President Trump won't stand for that. And that's why, for example, that we're going to make sure that we've got the Panama Canal under our control. And we're also making great deals with countries all over South America and the rest of the world. We've got more than 25 deals on the table. The fact is, President Trump wants to put America first, but he wants to put our friends second. And that's a big threat to China. That's why they came to the table and they gave us a great deal over the weekend. And so China's not going to be able to threaten America without us responding. And if they want to have a port in Brazil, I guess, that's their business. But Brazil should own their own ports. Countries should own their own ports. And they should let us put America first and then aspire to be second in our hearts.
Is it fair to say that this is not unrelated to what we see going on in Saudi Arabia today, that we go into these countries, we're trying to make new and fresh deals, get investment, but at the same time box out these countries from making deals with China?
Yeah, absolutely. If you have a previous administration like Joe Biden that was asleep at the wheel and wasn't making any deals and wasn't putting America workers first, then, of course, China's going to spread its influence while Biden's asleep in the Oval. But what's happening now is we've got an activist president who's building massive coalitions of people who want to be part of the American golden age because they know that that's what's coming. And frankly, if you saw today, there was a consumer price index data that showed that inflation was way down. Egg prices were down 12.5%, and tariff revenue was up in April, even though prices were down. And so all of the things that people were saying about Trump's policies that were harmful are not coming true because President Trump's right. He knows how to make a golden age, and we're seeing it right now. And that's why everybody wants to sign a deal with us right now.
Yeah, those April inflation numbers, for anyone watching at home who hasn't yet seen it, came in below expectations despite the existence of Liberation Day. On that note, you said everybody wants to make a deal with you. You said 25 countries are lined up to make a deal. We heard about China this week, the 90-day period here. Saw with the UK. So, Kevin, you're sitting here right now on the Will Cain Show. Tell us who's next.
Yeah. Well, I can't do that, although there's a great deal with Saudi Arabia that was announced today where they're going to spend $600 billion. But when the president gets back to the U.S., he'll announce the next deal. That's what is going to happen.
Okay, can you at least give me a timeline? You're suggesting once he comes back to the U.S., you think he'll have new deals to announce?
I would expect there'll be another deal, yes. I believe that there are deals really close to being finalized, and when he gets back, I'm sure he'll have something to say about it.
Okay. All right, Kevin Hassett, thank you so much for being with us here today.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.